Hey guys, it's Tony Gamer Dude here, and um, I'm not feeling well. I haven't been feeling well for a long time in my life, and it's something that I'm scared to get treatment for because here in the United States, everything costs money, and I'm on my parents' insurance right now, and an ER visit is $50. That doesn't include the charges for the ambulance. That doesn't include the treatment that's gonna happen. That I had a sleep study done because I've been having sleeping troubles. Problems where I'll shake in the middle of the night and it's like it, my girlfriend explained it to me, telling me it was like kind of like a seizure, but it wasn't. It wasn't quite that. It was me shaking, or every few nights I would wake up screaming, and I would wake up like 5 times in 2 hours, something like that. Maybe every 20 minutes. And I've been on treatment for anxiety and depression, but only anxiety is diagnosed. And that was that was 10 years ago. That was a long time ago. And that was they called it mild generalized anxiety disorder. And I'm not sure what how they determined that, because something I told them that I constantly had a fear of when I was younger was we had this big window in the house, and I kept having this fear, very specific fear, that somebody would crash through the window and make me watch as my whole family was murdered, where I couldn't do anything. And um later in life, after well, early in life, I had things that caused me some trauma, and I was so young that I didn't know that they were things that really happened to me until I really analyzed it, until I figured out this is a nightmare that I've been having for a very long time. This is a thing that I thought about a lot. And to make matters worse, I was in a relationship that caused me PTSD, and it wasn't their fault, but it still did happen. But it wasn't their fault. If that person is watching it, you didn't mean to do it. You didn't mean to do what you did. I've explained what kind of happened in a previous video, but you know, I'm not gonna go into full depth about it. I'm not gonna name anybody because I don't want anybody hurting them, attacking them, or anything like that. They deserve respect because everybody does. It wasn't her fault that it wasn't necessarily her fault. She was taught. that in the last video I explained it, but I have generalized anxiety disorder and depression, and I've only been diagnosed with minor generalized anxiety disorder, but after a lot of traumatic events and just a general gradual increase, it's gotten a lot worse. It got to a point where I wasn't doing any of my homework. I'd be fine with tests. I've always been fine with tests, and I don't know why. And I mean, like, getting good grades on tests. I don't mean flying through them. I would take the whole time I had going through it, every single problem, thinking, did I get this right? Did I get this right? Over and over and over again on the same problem every single time. Like I thought that I didn't get it right, like that I made a mistake, and I wanted it to be perfect. And on a line graph, I would want every line to be perfect and every math equation to be perfect to as many decimals as I could fit on the page. Unless the teacher explicitly said that you have to use something like scientific notation or a certain number of decimal places or something like that, it was hard to honestly not write every decimal on the page. I had a point in middle school where I was in a group of people that they called the future leaders of the school. We were in 7th grade, and this is before we changed schools to 8th grade. But we were supposed to be the leaders of the 8th grade class, and it wasn't like a student council or anything. We were supposed to be there for people who are more fortunate than us, for them to understand and to have somebody who's been through worse. And I was a student where I would strive to get A's, but doing homework was a problem. It's not because I didn't want to, it's not because I was trying to be rebellious or anything like that. I liked doing homework. I would always either forget or get too anxious, and I would worry about it. And every time I partially did my homework, I would never turn it in because it wasn't fully complete. And I probably would have gotten a couple letter grades higher if I just turned all my work in that I did partially. But it kind of got worse and worse through high school, and I think in high school I was searching for a relief to my anxiety through relationships, but to be completely honest, I think that was something that made it all worse. I thought it would be better. I thought it would be happier in a relationship because, that's what you're taught. You're taught that relationship will make you a happier person. Here I am right now struggling with this, and you can see the mess that's in the background. This was when I organized, when I actually got inspired, and now it's piling. My desk is completely full of it's not trash. I mean, there's some trash, but it's all stuff like a game, my medicine, cards. One of the things that actually helped me, it was Magic the Gathering, and it's an expensive hobby. I can't afford that. The only really clear space in my room is by the bedroom door. I never do my bed. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because whenever I feel like I want to, it immediately goes away. Whenever I feel inspired to do anything, it usually just goes away instantly. I used to have inspiration so rarely that I would try to revere it. I would like try to savor it. It used to happen maybe once a month. I'm on medication, sertraline. What is it generic for? I don't know. It's an SSRI. I'm on 100 milligrams and I'm trying 125 right now. But I'm trying to see if that helps anymore. But honestly, my life is a wreck. And I think I'll need some form of treatment other than just medication. I've gotten very poor eating habits. I want to watch my health, and I'm very well capable of doing it. I'm very well capable of cleaning my room. I just never feel motivated. Or I feel too anxious. I just have moments of fear. And I don't know what it is that I fear. I would sometimes get so scared of taking public transportation to school because it took so long and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle riding on a bus for an hour and a half. Or an hour, I mean, after walking a half hour to the bus stop to get to class. It might seem simple to you, but it was overwhelming. I don't know why. I don't have an explanation. I've gained significant weight. And I see it. I see it every day. Whenever I record myself. I sometimes even have problems with hygiene. I'll get so uninspired sometimes that I won't take a shower for a long time. And I try to do it every day. At the very least every other day. But sometimes I just can't. And I wish I could explain why. I wish that I could explain how I feel. Why I do the stuff I do. I can't even explain it to myself. I don't feel very happy. And when I do, I try so hard to cherish those moments. But they don't last very long. I don't mean this to be offensive to anyone either. My girlfriend. The people I love. It's not that you don't make me happy. Just something I can't control. and I wish I could. And I need treatment. I need help. But with the current situation of America and their health care, I don't have a job. I can't keep one. I get a job, I get too anxious to go there sometimes. It's happened before. Oh, there was one time where I was so anxious and so depressed that I had to call off work for that day. And trust me, they weren't happy about it. They didn't believe me. They didn't believe I was sick. They didn't believe that anything was wrong. I told them I was going to the hospital, and that was my intention. But I got too anxious. The emergency vehicle itself is going to cost a lot of money. The treatment is going to cost a lot of money. I don't even have a job. I can't even support myself. Not very well. And I can't just ask my mom to pay for it. She has an okay job. We grew up with her working as a Wendy's manager and being the only one raising us. I know that things can be tough. I know how tough things can be. But that's not why I'm this way. Because I did good when I was young, when I was in the first half of elementary school. I was good. I was intelligent and I could do things and I did my homework and I did everything. I was a good kid. And I miss it. I just wish I could be normal again. I wish I could be happy. I wish I could get the treatment so that it's easier to support myself, so that I can just help. But if I don't have a way to support myself, I can't get treatment. But I can't get treatment. I can't support myself without getting treatment. I can't get treatment without supporting myself. And I'm trying. My mom is trying. She's trying to motivate me. But it's hard on her. It's hard on me. It's hard on my girlfriend. Hard on my mom's boyfriend. Hard on those I love. When I had a job, it was hard on them. And I don't want to be a burden. And I don't know if I'm gonna upload this. Just which everything could be better. The world is so unfair. you expect someone to contribute to society if you can't help them when they need it? We have so much trouble in this world, and no one, not no one, a lot of people are trying. A lot of people want everything to be well for everybody. But they can't because they're held back. They want to get treatment for people. They want to help people out. I want to help people out. I really do. I want to help everybody go through what they have to go through. I can't even help myself though. It would be fine if I could get help from professionals without having to pay so much. My credit score is terrible. Not because I don't want to pay the bills, not because I choose to spend my money rather than paying my bills. And I'm talking about healthcare bills. That 1,000 something dollars that I had for a sleep study. For a goddamn sleep study. And I'm looking away from the mic. How much? I don't know why. When I was a kid, I used to think that people could read my mind. I thought that that was a possibility, and that justified me trying to clear my thoughts of anything that could be seen as profane, anything bad. I restricted myself so heavily, not just outwards but inwards. I didn't have people to talk to. One of my first friends was the person that gave me PTSD. Don't want to blame her. It wasn't their fault. I just wish everyone could get the treatment they deserved. Not many people brag about how forward our society is, but it feels backward to me. But maybe that's just because I'm not getting the treatment that I need. I want you guys to know that I am going to seek treatment. As much as I can. And that I'm not giving up. I've had people in my life who I love dearly pass. I've seen what suicide does to people. I'm not going that route. Even if I have to go through hell, I'm not going to go that route. Just doesn't doesn't do any good. What does good is getting treatment. But getting rid of yourself, it doesn't work. It doesn't make people happy. It makes everyone unhappy. Even the people you might think hate your guts. I've seen those people cry when somebody they seem to hate passed, when they took their lives. Bullies. I've seen bullies cry when a kid that they bullied took their life. They don't realize what they're doing. They're not evil. They want to fit in, and they don't realize the repercussions of what they're doing. That's what most people who are in situations like that are like. They don't mean to do it. Anyway, guys, everyone, I love you all. Even those who have or will hurt me. I love everyone. I want everybody to know that. And that I will continue to love everybody. Even if there is no afterlife, because I'm staying here. I'm staying on this planet until nature takes its course. And I hope anybody going through anything makes that same decision. Because I love you. I love you all. See you in a future video, whenever that is. Adios.